My name's Marguerite Fleming. I am from Toronto, Canada. And the idea that we had for a funnel was to take sales training work that we were doing for a number of years and put it online. We really focused in on helping people to generate sales appointments more effectively and efficiently. I think I've had sales, well, I probably wouldn't have called it a sales funnel, but a dream of putting this business online for at least 8 years. I felt like I knew lots of little bits and pieces about how to put things online, just that you picked up over time. But what was really bothering myself and my partner, Melinda, was that we just couldn't figure out what to do first. We weren't sure what to focus on and which pieces to put in what order. And I think that was really holding us back. We kept on moving forward and then moving back, and we had a lot of doubts about our ability to execute it. Well, I think it's mostly because we have not been able to move forward on our own. And also, I was really impressed with just the package, being able to come away with a strategy, being able to come away with something you can implement is huge and worth the time and money for sure, because we could spend a lot more time and maybe we would get there eventually, but maybe not. So I was expecting that we would leave as we have, with a good sense of what we should do next, where we can go, what's the possibility for this business, for delivering value. I think we got that. I think we got some structure, we got some ideas, we had some questions that we couldn't solve before we came in. And I believe in speaking with Bryan and Michael, we really got a good sense of what we should do first and how to organize our business in order to generate the most amount of revenue and to serve the most amount of people. Really did exceed. We knew what to expect to a certain degree because that was articulated earlier, before we came. But I think the thing that you don't know is the experience level and the level of quality that both Bryan and Michael bring to the conversation. Obviously, they have lots of experience, and so they just know things organically. They just sort of come up with it, and obviously they know what they're doing. So that's worth its weight in gold. I think there was a couple for sure. And I think one of the big ones was we had this conversation about what to do with the two different business names. And I think that really just put that to rest. I mean, we were even talking about it today, that we were just really going to focus in on one brand instead of having two. So that's a really big deal, because we could have spent time with wrestling with those two different models of going to corporate, going to individuals. And we decided to sort of put it together. So that was huge. That's massive. Also, the organizational structure is interesting. And just even talking, we didn't even go down this road very far, but even talking about some of the technology that supports it, those are conversations we've been having over and over and back and forth, not being able to make a decision. But we see that is important, but it's not the most important thing, right? We need to work on what's most important first. Well, I would suggest that it's a no-brainer. I think up front, of course, it's quite a significant investment, especially for us coming from Canada. It's even more of an investment. It's a little bit of a leap of faith to do that. That being said, because we're so committed to this at this particular point, we just decided that you have to put something in order to get something back out, right? So if we continue to not invest in our business, we're never going to get where we need to go. And we really got a good sense, and even working in that sales cycle beforehand, working with Tracy, he was great, really walked us through, was very responsive, and it gave us a degree of comfort coming here. I do. And that was actually one of the attractors to you guys, was to have that knowledge on this many, many times, and people who are in our industry as well. So I believe that probably exactly what to do with what we want, what we want to accomplish with the sales training. I think you have a sense for that. I feel like we can do it. It is there's still work ahead, quite a bit of work ahead, but it's clearer now. Okay. It makes more sense now. It's not a whole bunch of 10,000 things to do. There's 10 things to do. So that makes it a lot easier. I would say that I've been there, and we thought about it a long time before we actually made the decision to do it. But I'm so glad that we did, because now we're on this path where we see how this can actually come to life. So it's not really just dreaming anymore. You can actually make it happen. And that is worth everything, right? So you never know what it is. Every time in life you have to invest. So is it an investment? Yes, it's an investment, but everything's an investment. Going to a conference is an investment. Reading a book is an investment, but where do you get the best return? That's the thing that we were thinking about in making this decision. So I'm excited that we did. And also, you become more committed to it. If you make an investment, then you're committed to actually executing it. So we are committed. We wouldn't be here if we weren't 100% committed.